So this is a little something I invented back when I was doing technical analysis. So quick summary for those who don't know. If you've ever seen somebody doing trading, stocks or Forex or anything like that, you'll often see a window like this. And then within here, there'll be various bars or various lines or whatever, and there might even be some things drawn over top of the lines on this section here. Now what those are called is those are signals, and the crossings of them or their various values are considered indicators to buy or sell. And then you set up a bunch of these signals, and then you as a human try to, on top of all of this math, use the math to help you predict the future. It's an art as much as it is a science, to be completely honest. Now, what this is I was basically going through the various indicators, and this is how you design indicators. The simplest ones are quite simple, actually. So if this is my graph, a simple moving average means that I simply take a certain period of time and average it out, and then I take a period of time before that, and then I take a period of time before that. Sorry, it's hard to draw while looking at the camera. And you take these periods and you take the averages. Momentum instead calculates the movement between 2 points. So it says this is X days before now, this is now, and what's the difference between these 2 points. And then volatility simply measures the amount of movement or the vibrations within how volatile it is the simple way to put it. There's a whole bunch more. You can basically then take these kinds of numbers and a few other numbers, add them together, multiply them, do a whole bunch of crazy stuff to them, and create tons of various indicators. It's infinite combinations, basically. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to try to see them all at once, basically. Instead of trying to choose, I want to see it for 1 day or 5 days or 10 days, I wanted to say I want to see 1 through 10 days. The reason for this is it's hard to pick a cycle that works. Even if you pick 7 days and say that it works for a week, well, the weekend or this dead time, this cycle gets built into it, and not every 7-day period is reflective of the same kind of position in the cycle. So I just want to see them all. And that's basically what this does. So you've got 3 indicators in here: simple moving average, momentum, and volatility. Now they all start with a value of basically 1 in the beginning. So they're just checking a very short period, 1 or 2 days. I believe it's actually 2 days to start. And they're all in the first pixel here. And what it is that's the current. It's following the red line on here, right? So it's saying at this day, the middle was the simple moving average for the shortest period, the momentum for the shortest period, and the volatility for the shortest period. And they're put into channels. Red is a simple moving average, green is momentum, and blue is volatility. So what you end up with is you can actually squeeze 3 signals into a single pixel. And then what I've got is time basically comes out from the outside. It gets to be, uses further and further off relative periods to draw the graph. So as you can see, as it slides out, it basically spits out from the middle. And then top to bottom is the size of the sample. So a simple moving average of 2 days is here. A simple moving average of 100 days or whatever is at the top. And the simple moving average for 2 days 10 days ago is over here. So that's basically how this works, and you end up with these nice kind of diamond patterns. So let's move on to one of the next ones here. I just picked some random stock data. So here's a little one to show what a jump does, basically. Now you see it just spikes right there off. And red is the simple moving average. So you see a lot of red in there because the simple moving average has risen so much. But once it falls off of the register, once the zone that it's sampling has moved past there, it's not gonna, it won't affect it and overpower all the other signals so much. Boom, there, now it overpowered it because it's a recent event. When this is no longer considered, then it's gone. So this shows how there's a time frame window to it. Basically, you're looking at a snapshot. If each one of these time units is a day, then you're looking at a snapshot of each day run through in an animation. So you're sliding through time now. This is best used with a live ticker feed, obviously, and then you just watch it. You can watch a whole bunch of tickers at once with this. So let's make a really big one now. I'm going to have to adjust the code really quick here, just to increase the grid size. And Nope, it appears to already be set. No, it's not. And here we go. And let's refresh that. That might take a second to load. It's going to be a bigger picture now. So we'll have a look at what a much larger one looks like here. A key thing to remember about this is that any predictive value you get is not that this has got some secret inside of it. I'm just showing you a whole ton of data at once. Any predictive ability you get out of this will be from your ability to recognize the patterns within it. As you can see, there's still patterns. Even when it's overpowered, there's still patterns built into it, but they're just not visible. And boom, that spike is gone, and we're back to a normal kind of being able to see detail. Now let's check out another one without a spike. And here we go. Let's zoom out a bit here. Whatever, that's good enough. So, as you can see, you've got a graph here sliding along. And again, we've got a bunch of data coming at us. The blue is volatility, so that means it's becoming more volatile. The green is our momentum, which means that we're moving strongly, and now boom, we've got red. That means we're moving upwards. We've started patterning upwards, and that blue spike coming out means we're patterning down. Recognizing what all these different patterns means takes a long time, and really it is much more of an art. The various triangles and diamonds and all the different patterns and rhythms that can come out of them don't mean anything unless you know what they represent. So you have to understand how the stock moves before you consider looking at this. Trying to blindly recognize patterns might not help you because you don't know which ones are what and how often those patterns cycle through being effective and not, because no system works forever. Any stock trading system is only as effective as few people are using it. In other words, it's inversely related to the number of people using it. If everybody uses the same strategy, then it's not going to work. So there's no system that's going to work forever. There's no secret solution. But if you look at all the detail, maybe you can become very good at recognizing certain patterns. But even if you recognize those patterns, once other people do, it won't be effective. Your key will be to always evolve and be ahead of everyone else by never stopping and never doing the same thing twice. You'll always have to figure out what the new pattern is every day. This is probably best used with a whole bunch of signals in a room coming from various stocks from an industry or whatever, and you can use it to really feel an entire industry at once. The colors and the patterns are much more intuitive and easier to register. Anyway, so that's dgraph. I put all the source code online, and you can play with it if you like. Sorry, the source code's a little hack, but my better versions are still in development and for private use at the moment.